Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm gay. I'm Jay.
Again.
That's right. It just keeps coming out of my mouth.
What are you waiting for? Show yourself.
Everything is fucked and something's on fire.
Today we are reviewing the new, finally came out, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022 Netflix.
Yeah, it was. What a ride.
Woo! What a rush.
Yeah, you know, one of those things, I swear, dude. It's like it's a movie that I for sure, like within the first 15 minutes, or 10 minutes of the movie, I'm like, this is gonna fucking suck big donkey dicks. And then when it got going, I'm like, yeah, okay, I like what that's happened.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, dude, I'm proud to say, like, I'm happy to say that this movie's clearly, if you look on the internet, just take a quick gander at the Twitter and whatnot, there's one of two opinions on this. Either people are like, hey, I thought it was pretty fucking fun, or you're like, this is one of the worst pieces of hot dookie I've ever seen in my fucking life. You know, but I'm happy to at least reach that status because based on what people were saying about those test screenings that came out, those alleged test screenings that came out, all the conversations about the wokeness levels and Netflix embargoing it up till release and them not doing much marketing for it, it was like, is this thing going to be a frozen chunk of poopy? And no, I'm glad to say it wasn't.
It was a thawed out chunk of poopy. I liked it a lot. I gotta say one thing about Leatherface in this, like he's the goddamn hero in this. Like I swear to God, I was rooting for that motherfucker the entire way through. And you know, and to be honest with you, like he was badass. Like he was the most badass I've seen in a long time. I mean, he looked like Sid Vicious from WWE, Suge Knight, and Debo rolled into one. That's my bike, punk. Like he was fucking mean, dude, and it was badass. Like those death scenes were some of the best death scenes I've seen in a while.
Yeah, and we're gonna go spoiler free on this as possible. So we're gonna try our best not to mention anything that's not in the trailer. But so the story is, guys, these kids, as you saw in the trailer, they come to what's the name of the town?
Harlow.
Yeah, they come to Harlow and they're basically gentrifying it. They're taking a town that's really poor, that's got not a whole lot left to it, and they're gonna gentrify it and put all these fancy coffee shops and restaurants and shit in there, and then all these hipster kids. And I can't say anything because I'd be the first person to be like, "Hey, man, they got lobster ravioli. I'll come down there. That sounds fun." Because I'm like,
but it kind of looks like the real life Twitterville. But they look like they were trying to bring Twitterville in there.
Yeah, and they go down there, and you realize very quickly, like, I'll just leave it at this. You see, there's a scene in the trailer where the woman's like, "What are you doing in my house?" You know, they go up there to do all this, and they didn't cross all their P's and Q's and make sure that that every single person in this town did or did not still have the deeds to their house, the rights to still be there. And they seem all nice and like, oh, we're just trying to do a good thing, trying to get away from the violence, you know, and like they're annoying on purpose, and we'll get to that. But basically, once they get there, you realize kind of like when things get a little hard, they kind of turn into fucking assholes to people. And you're like, oh, I see what you're doing.
They're pretty much high school cliques. They always seem like you be your friend when you transfer in, you're a new student, but then they'll tape your butt cheeks together in the bathroom when no one's looking and be like, haha, that guy had his ass cheeks taped together. Yeah. It's it was fun, dude. I gotta be honest, like I really did have a good time watching the movie, and I didn't think I would, and it's been a while since, I mean, it's a rewatchable movie, and I gotta also say that the soundtrack was fucking dope. I like the soundtrack a lot, especially the ending with I tried to find that song. I had the Google thing up and I was like listening to where it was. The Google was like, I don't fucking know, but it's badass. That's what Google said. Because there's no search result for it, but it was awesome. Like whoever did that music, I can't remember the guy. The guy actually had done so. Oh, he did. The guy that did the music for this did the Red Dead Redemption 2 soundtrack. So I was like, that makes total sense. I was like, it's got that cool ass vibe to it. But yeah, and to be honest, all the actors except one, which was fucking terrible. One of them was just god awful. Holy shit, it looked like Kid Rock. I know that they were supposed to be badass and they were supposed to be Jamie Lee Curtis. They look like fucking Kid Rock coming out of a concert.
Well, yeah, you can say it because it's in the trailer. Like that, it's Sally Hardesty, the girl.
Yeah. I didn't want to throw out the shade on the name, but holy fuck, dude, like it was rough. She looked like bad. Kid Rock or Kid Rock's mom, and there's one. She's like, "Say my name." I was like, oh God! Yeah. Just when I thought it couldn't get worse, you fucking took our car into a ravine.
That's so true, dude. Yeah, like it was like Crocodile Dundee, but it was like Dog the Bounty Hunter if he actually tried to act in a horror film. Like it was not good. And no offense to her, I'm sure she's a lovely person, but I don't know if it was the lines or the delivery or both, or just
Dude, there was one moment where she's walking into town and she put on the fucking sheriff's badge. I'm like, are you fucking Deputy Doofus? Did you just put that on? Like, why did you do that? Like, there was 0 point why she did that for.
Well, they
there
said
was
she was a ranger, but not a sheriff.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm not. We can't spoil it because there's a reason why all that happens. But the thing is, I feel like that character was just really, really badly written. And then on top of that, this movie's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, it's not great. I still think it's a good movie, though. I mean, there's obvious problems with some of the plot and some of the writing is kind of hit or miss, but overall, like, it was really enjoyable. And I think they did Leatherface credit. I think Leatherface is really good in this. And then the kids are as annoying as they are, they do their jobs. I mean, they're not like just really shitty actors.
Yeah.
So,
and I'll say this about the kids, and this is the first thing I texted Jay when I got done watching it. I was like, all the shit you heard about the test screenings, about it being super ultra woke and like all this stuff like that. I think the people they weren't wrong, but they missed the point. I think they missed the point. Like this movie, it's kind of like what movie was that when a bunch of SJWs go to the middle of nowhere and they get eaten by cannibals? Green Inferno.
I thought you were talking. Dude, I thought it was a lot like the new Wrong Turn.
Well, yeah, kind of like that too. Yeah, but the same kind of idea. But it's more. I think it's more angry in the way like Green Inferno is. Like they are super woke people, but they are in a way used as like the bad guys. Like you were saying, sometimes you're rooting for Leatherface. Eyebrows, I couldn't stand her. Could not stand the eyebrows. Like you know what I'm talking about. Like
I was like, oh, she looked like Aaron Rodgers' ex-fiance, kind of like they were sisters. Shailene Woodley.
Yeah, kind of. But actually, no. If she had a Jerry curl.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she was I don't know, but yeah, she wasn't like, I mean, like I said, but they weren't enjoyable characters, but they were like good actors. I mean, they did their part, like is what I'm saying. But yeah, the woke shit, I didn't even know about that. I forgot about the wokeisms that they were saying was in it. When Mike asked me if I'd seen it yet, and I texted back, no, I'm just getting ready to watch it. And then I was like, and then I was watching it. And then he texted me back. He was like, oh, yeah, the wokeism's kind of overrated or whatever. And I was like, yeah, because I was like, good, because I was getting a little tickle in my butthole at the beginning and I was getting scared because I was like, I'm not going to sit through this, get preached at through a fucking Leatherface movie. But and ultimately, one of the chicks in it, though, the woke part of it, one of the chicks actually has a justifiable reason for being against like, it's not an anti-gun thing, it's not, but she has a reason for being against it. It makes sense. Like, you're like, okay, well, that makes sense. It's not just be like, I've never shot a gun before in my life, and oh my god, I'm from LA and nobody should own guns. True. It's not like that. She has a perfectly good reason, and actually she's kind of a badass too, because that doesn't stop her from at one point even holding a gun and doing some other things. And she actually befriends one of the rednecks in Harlow, where everybody else is being like kind of an asshole to him.
I liked her. I like Lila's the girl's name. Lila, Elsie Fisher's character. I liked her a lot. I liked both the actress and the character. Like, she was like the in-between for sure. And then everybody else, like, I think they, like you said, they did what they were supposed to do perfectly. They laid the foundation for that. And then Leatherface, let me ask you this. How did you feel about the story of Leatherface and how he got here and like that whole thing?
I swear I didn't get it.
It's confusing
because the way this movie takes place. So they're doing a Halloween 2018 basically. The only movie was TCM the original, and this takes place right after CCM the original. So they're erasing everything else, which is fine because it's confusing as fuck. The TCM timeline is like trying to figure out Donald Trump's hair. I don't even know what's going on, but it's like, it's so confusing. So that's fine. But the problem is, so the murders happened in 73. Or 74. Somebody keeps correcting me. I 74. Swear to God, 74. They're like, Jay got corrected, and he still says it. I'm doing it on purpose. I don't like to be wrong. It's 12 months. Jesus Christ, it's gonna be okay. But
you like that? You like that neck of the movie blowing his smoke into the air, and he's like, I don't like to be told what to do.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking old Richter. That motherfucker's name was Richter. But yeah, that was a good name. But yeah, so the only thing that was confusing is that, so the 1974 it happens, the murders and everything, and then you fast forward to 2022, and Leatherface. I don't know if I can say, I can't say where he's living. I can't really say anything. But when you watch the movie, you find out where he's at. You're like, that don't make no sense. It don't make no sense because there's a picture of him, and that motherfucker, he ain't no. It don't make no sense. See, I can't say what I want to say because I can't spoil it. But dude, that was the one I was like, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get that. But I mean, I was like, all right, I'll just go with it. Fuck it.
They could literally do a prequel to this movie Like they really could. The way that they left how Leatherface got here, they left it so vague that like they could actually do a prequel between the events of 74 and this. Like he could go kill a bunch of people and then yada 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 happens and he ends up there. But long story short, Leatherface is there. And when he shows up, buddy, he fucking shows up. I mean,
dude, it was awesome.
He's not himself when you first see him. Like he's not himself. And then all of a sudden something happens that sets him off. And that first kill, shit. Yay!
Oh, dude, that was cool as shit.
Awesome.
I know. I was like, we in for a treat. Yeah, dude, and the thing about the movie is it's not creepy or scary at all. Like the original TCM is like got that really creepy, makes you feel uncomfortable vibe to it. This one is more just like pure action. This is like if Leatherface put on some Molly Hatchet, chugged some Surge, and fucked up people. That's what it's like. It's just pure adrenaline all the way through it. But I love it, dude. I was like, that's how you do Leatherface. Like, if you're just gonna do a Leatherface movie, make it like that. That's badass all the way through it. But, yeah, dude, he's great, man. I could, and I don't know the guy that played him, but he's a big motherfucker too. He's huge.
I had him pulled up here. His name is Mark Burnham. His picture's hilarious, by the way. If you just picture that, that's the guy underneath there. But yeah, his name's Mark Burnham. He's not been he's been actually in a ton of stuff. But yeah, dude, I thought the guy who played him did a great job. The mask was hit or miss for me because you see him like I'll just say like you see him create the mask in like 2 seconds. He's like, and he just picks it up, and
he had a lot of practice.
There's no way though, like that.
How did it stick?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how did it hold on? Because
I was telling.
You don't see him sew or anything. He just
goes, that's what I was saying. I was telling April, I was like, because we were watching that scene and it was cool looking. I mean, he pulled it and it was like, oh, Leatherface is reborn. But then I was like, how the fuck does it stay on his face? And then she was like, maybe because it's gooey. I was like, it would wear off. It would dry out.
That hot Texas sun burnt it in
If he had gone back to the goddamn Harlow and gone to the mechanics factory and got some stitching or something, then I'd be all right. Well, that makes sense because it would have kept sliding off his face.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but it's where I was nitpicking it. That is very nitpicky. Because I was like, well, how does it stay on his face? Like, I mean, you know, it's the same thing. It's like, why doesn't Michael Myers tuck his mask in all the time? Why isn't Halloween 5 it not tucked in? You know?
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it was, I like to do that. And then that one did you laugh that part where I can't say, there's a scene though, but the girl, the girl goes to, I was just making fun of dude. The girl goes to shoot Leatherface. And she didn't take the safety off, and then Leatherface like starts chasing her, and he was like, "You didn't know how to turn off the safety." Like if you look at him, he was like, it was so fucking funny.
Yeah, that shit made me laugh too. And then so the scene where did you laugh when he comes out of the weeds and he looks like he's taking a dump?
Dude, I said the same thing. I said he took a dump.
I love that shit. But no, like the mask was hit or miss. Like sometimes it looks really cool and scary, and then sometimes he's like, "Oh, get a hamburger," you know, like just
he looked like he had all you could eat at Buffalo Wild Wings. Like he just looks like a drunk. Yeah,
I won't say he's as good as the guy who did the TCM remake or the beginning, Andrew Brailinski or whatever.
Yeah, Brailinski. Yeah, he was great.
He did a perfectly serviceable job. And then the kills though, like dude, the gore is so well done in this movie. You can tell Fede Alvarez had something to do with it because there's some Evil Dead, especially with the mouth, the flappy fucking lips.
Because I was like, how that guy walking around? That guy got stabbed in the throat. Then he turned around. I was like, holy Two-Face. Like he didn't. He looked like Aaron Eckhart.
Well, originally that shot was cool though, when the doors opening and closing, but I was like, that was a weak kill until I saw him be like. Dude, I was like,
I think the highlight. I mean, the bus scene was the highlight. That was it. The bus scene was fucking the highlight of the kills. Holy shit! And dude, there's one scene that it just makes you feel so goddamn good down in your nuts when that goes like, do one thing and you're canceled. It's like, get it, fuck yeah, woo! Like, and he does. He said, "I'll cancel your life," and he did. He canceled his life.
Yeah,
but, dude, it was so fucking good.
A lot of people were complaining about that scene in the trailer, saying, "Oh my god, this is so stupid! Like, this is not." But I'm on the camp that, like, look, you got it. It's finally you have a massacre, like in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Like that scene was cool. It's exactly what you think is going to happen in the trailer, but like the way it goes down is really cool. It's extended. That's not where it stops.
No,
For those people who say that Leatherface would never do that. He would never hunt down people. He's like a scared kid and he like runs around and people are just invading his home. Once you see what happens in the story to piss him off, this is why, and I can't say, we'll talk. And again, Monday night, we're having a spoiler stream and we're going to go through it all. with you guys. We just want to give you guys time to watch it. But when you see what happens to him, then you go, oh, even that Leatherface, the way his mind works, he would do exactly what this one. He would hunt those fucking people down because basically this whole place is his house.
Yeah, you know? He felt like some type of evil was done to him and his family. So I mean, as a child's mind, he can't recognize the difference. Like obviously, he can't really rationalize things and emotions like that. So yeah, that makes perfect sense based on his character. The bus scene, I can get where people would say they are stupid. The people on that bus, they are really fucking dumb, like special stupid. But the thing is, it's a horror movie, so I didn't expect, because I was like, why didn't they try the emergency release at the back of the bus? Why didn't they try to go through a window earlier on? Why didn't they just wait till their fellows were being sacrificed and then hopscotch over the goddamn seats and run to the front door that was still open? Because I mean, it's like he was busy chainsawing.
So there's a lot of shit you could have done.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, I get that, but there's a lot. I mean, it's a horror movie, so they're gonna make stupid mistakes on purpose. Like that's the whole point. Lambs to the slaughter. That's what they are.
Yeah, and it worked for me. Like, and there's some dumb shit in the movie. Like, there is some dumb shit in the movie. There's specifically one part towards the end, a character that I hate had like a heroic moment, and I was like, you better fucking not. Better look at me. You better not. And I'm not going to
jail for you or for anybody. Yeah, it was fucking. Dude, there's one. Yeah, because that character gets it pretty bad, like as far as an injury. And most people would say, yeah, my soul would say fuck it and just go on to heaven or something. I wouldn't even stay around in that body. But she somehow terminators her way to stay alive, and then says some corny ass dialogue with the shotgun, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's not even the one I was talking about. That was bad. That was really fucking bad. There's no way you survive that. No fucking way.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because I mean it fucking chainsawed up into the jugular. Like there's no way.
Basically cut in half. It's still like
almost, unless maybe she's got Klingon organs. She's got 2 sets of everything.
No, I'm talking the very end, or one of the very end parts where there's a super uppercut.
Oh, that one, yeah.
And she's like,
dude, it's funny. You and April have probably been like screaming and throwing popcorn at the movie because that's when she got pissed too. She's like, "Fuck it, I don't like it."
Yeah,
she's like, if that's the way it ended, fuck it, I don't like it. I'm like,
yeah,
it's gonna be okay. I was like, you know what? I was like, don't you ever say that Michael Myers is your favorite, because obviously Leatherface is, because you didn't give a fuck when Michael Myers was getting beat up like he was. And she's like, yeah, I did. I was like, shut up.
No, it wasn't so bad that it was Leatherface. It was who was beating him up. I was like, that ain't no. You don't say that. You don't do that.
Well, and then there was the end, but then they saved themselves. The ending was great. The true ending was awesome. There was also a special. Did you see the bonus?
Yeah, there's an after credits for sure.
It's pretty cool. I
like it. Imagine just washing dishes and that happens. You go, what the fuck?
I feel like I keep on washing dishes and then just watching. It's like, I'm not gonna make any disturbance. But dude, the ending was the ending did finally, it saved itself. It righted the ship because it was going one way, and I'm like, because I was already sitting at a pretty not a super high number, but when if the ending had like left it that way, I'm like, that fucker's plummeting. Like that's going down like 2 whole points, because that'd be a terrible way to end that series.
Yeah. And do you know what I'll say about this movie is, and I think it depends on if you think of it as a good thing or a bad thing, but I think it feels different from every other Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Like, and a lot of them paired each other. Like, the beginning felt a lot like the remake, even though those are both really good. Multiple of the original sequels, they just tried to do the same thing they did in the original with the dinner table scene and all that shit like that. This one really felt like its own movie. Because I think there's a group of like hardcore Texas Chainsaw franchise fans that want certain things. They want the family aspect and they want stuff like that. And then they want the feel of the original. And I think there's a large group of us who just want to see the character of Leatherface be Leatherface and be let loose off the chain. Yeah. And if you want that, I think you're going to enjoy this movie as a really gory, fun, semi-campy slasher,
Yeah, and it's the same thing. I mean, I get it. Michael Myers fans, I mean, we're hardcore Michael Myers fans, and we all want a different version of Michael and what we feel is an appropriate Halloween movie. But in this particular case, as far as Leatherface himself is concerned, I'm not a huge Leatherface fan, even though I do appreciate the movies and I like them. But I mean, for me, when I watch that, it's like watching, if I watch a Leatherface movie, I feel like I want to watch like fucking ECW specials. Like it better be some raw fucking goddamn coming off the barbed wire top rope. I want a goddamn sledgehammer to someone's kneecap. I want some rawness. I want Don King hair. I want craziness. I want Mike Tyson biting someone's ear off and then spitting it into the crowd.
It's time.
Yeah, I want that. But I mean, I get where people want, but I think they did a fantastical job with this dude. As far as like the gore, the effects, the kills, the Leatherface himself, and then especially the ending, I feel like they hit all the points they needed to hit to make a successful Leatherface movie. But it's weird that it was like the people behind the movie. I don't know if they were just scared from the test audience or what, and then they had to put this like they were like, we don't want to release too much information about it or put it out like too early because they were scared of what people would think. But I think they're going to be okay when it comes out. Is it out?
Yeah, yeah, it's out.
Okay.
Yeah, I was at
so when everybody gets a chance to really watch it, I think they're going to be fine. I think the critical response will be good. Maybe the critic response won't be. I mean, the audience score might be higher and the critical response will be bad.
So far, I looked at it this morning and the audience score is 54% negative and the critic score is like 58% negative. Like the
you know what?
Really
I've been wrong in my life, but it doesn't happen.
Well, no, but that's really early though. Like a lot of people haven't watched it yet.
I was like, well, what you told me was you said something and then you walked in here. No, you're fired.
Let me let you finish your statement before I tell you how fucking wrong you are.
Yeah, you said something and you were wrong.
I'm sure that's bound to change though. But I think they actually did something smart here. I mean, the expectations were low because if you guys even remember when this was first announced, they started shooting like they were weeks into filming and they fired the director and scrapped all the footage they had and started brand fucking new. And then that was one thing. You're like, oh, this movie's going to be a hot piece of garbage. Yeah. And then the next thing you know, and Fede Alvarez's name on it doesn't mean all that much as a producer because, Don't Breathe 2 wasn't that great. He's not directing it, so it's not a guaranteed hit. And then the next thing you know, you hear about the test screenings being awful. And then the next thing you know, Netflix, it's going straight to Netflix. Then Netflix barely markets it. Then they push the embargo out until the movie release. Yeah. I mean, all the signs pointed towards low expectations. And I think we all went into this with really low expectations. If you went into this with really high expectations, I don't know how, expectations are everything when it comes to like your first initial reaction to a movie. And I don't know. It far surpassed what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I like it when I'm having sex and the girl comes in with low expectations because then I always have a bar that I can be like, yeah, you know what? You thought worse. You thought, exactly. I know you've had worse. No, I haven't. Then you're a whore. You're a hooker. If she says you're the worst, I'm like, that's a fucking lie.
One more thing about Sally that I want to say. I know we're wrapping this up here and then we'll get to the chat and see what you guys think. But the Sally Hardesty thing wasn't just bad. It was so fucking bad. Like, and the movie just didn't need it at all. Like, she did not add anything. I mean, I honestly think that like they may have gone back and reshot some stuff to put her in. Like after Halloween Kills, I feel like it was
a straight ripoff of Jamie Lee Curtis of 2018. They were trying to do the exact same thing. She's almost wearing the exact same clothes that Jamie Lee Curtis is wearing in 2018 when they get her and she's like a hillbilly, kind of a hillbilly badass with a shotgun. And she's going to take down the monster. Like, it was just really, it was over the top. It was forced. It didn't feel organic at all. It didn't even make sense, really. And then when she was like, and then the parts like, say my name, Leatherface, like, I don't give a fuck. Because he was like, you were so unimportant to me, I don't even remember who you are. It's like Thanos. He's like, you took everything from me. And Thanos was like, I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, with that line, with his reaction to that and her reaction to that. And by the way, she had so many chances to take him down. I mean, she had like 10 chances to just put a gun to his head and blow him away. And then she would wait till he walks around the corner and be like, you get back here, bang, and like shoot a wall. And it's like, what are we even fucking doing?
I feel like
you expect me to believe she's
some
badass?
Well, she's supposed to be she's an actress, so she would know. But I was like, it felt like she was like, I gotta wait for my mark. 2, 1. Okay, now I say it. But it was just, it was just obvious that it wasn't. I don't know. The character was just. It felt very wedged in for no reason whatsoever. I even said, if you want to have her in it and kind of do that throwback to TCM, the original, why not just have her in a nut house and then her giving an interview about the town before the prospectors moved in and talking about it. And then that would be all her point, because at least she could be like, y'all be careful out there. There's a darkness that lives out there with an apron, and it's always hungry. And then that'd be it. Yeah. And then that's your part. I was like, all right, well, you added something, and then you could see the picture flapping in the wind.
I genuinely think that they went back after the movie was already made and reshot stuff to add her in. Like, I do. I think she was added in this thing.
I like what she told the kids, dude. I can't say it. Never mind. But it's really bad lines, dude. They're trying so hard to make her badass, and it's just failing miserably at every fucking turn. This is like if Vince McMahon was trying to make like a real badass woman champion in the WWE, and it just was not working. Like, nobody likes you.
They did
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say they did a good job with the Texas atmosphere, though. Like the roads, like the gas station guy who was like fucking Gen Zers.
Dude, the guy that played Richter, I did like him a lot. I wish he had a bigger part.
Total Steven Dorff vibes, man.
Dude, he looked just like Steven Dorff. I know.
Yeah. And it goes to show you, I mean, the movie does have something to say in its own right. Like, depending on whether or not this movie is going to trigger some people on both sides a little bit, because some people aren't going to get what they were going for, and they're going to think it's one thing when I really think it was something else. But yeah. And then there's a lot of comments about rednecks and stuff like that in there too. So, but I think it does do. Huh?
What about them? We're technically rednecks because we're in Kentucky.
Well, yeah, but they do something like, as far as like, don't judge a book by its cover. Like someone could have shitty or like crazy, like hardcore politics about something, but then surprisingly they end up being the good person. You know what I mean? Yeah. They end up being the person who's actually like not a piece of shit. Like I feel like it says something about that without taking sides.
You know what? To be honest with you, I really thought it was going to be a lot of people were going to walk away thinking, or not. I mean, if you watch the movie, you're not going to get that message. But early on, you're going to think it's anti-gun. Like the whole thing is anti-gun, which I believe in what was it, the Second Amendment, or the Third or Fourth? I don't know. The one, your right to bear arms. I fucking believe in that amendment 100%. You definitely have the right to bear arms in the United States. So it's not anti-gun. And actually, in effect, if you want to look at it that way, if you're pro-gun, it actually it demonstrates why maybe you need to be able to have a gun to protect yourself. So it's actually not like anti-gun. It's and the girl that actually is at the very beginning against gun, and she's not really even vocal about it. It's her sister. She has a reason to be against guns. I mean, there's a backstory about why she doesn't like guns.
And again, you just said that kind of plays to both sides of that fence. I mean, it shows exactly like, yeah, you may believe in the Second Amendment, but do people need to be walking around with fucking machine guns because of, you know, what happened in her situation? Right. But like, yeah, and that's a whole different argument. All I'm saying is that I don't think that this movie was ultra woke garbage, and I also don't think that this movie was let's be like a hardcore right wing thing either. No, I think it was just a movie that was just, they used those type of characters to really set up some people you wanted Leatherface to kill, and it worked. You know?
I don't think it was saying anything except you're full of shit on Twitter. Or that's what I think.
Yeah, maybe he had something to say about gentrification too, but like, you know, but that whole thing. But yeah. Dude, I'm gonna 7.5.
I'm up there at 7. Yeah, I was up there at 7. I mean, it's a good movie, and it's actually a movie I'll rewatch. Like, because I mean, to me, it's like the original one, the remake, and now this one. I'll watch this one.
Yeah, I'll watch this one mainly for the kills more than anything else.
I don't care about the story's all right, but I mean, the kills are awesome.
Yeah, and I thought it was a good setting for Leatherface too. It's like this abandoned like Western ghost town, and watching Leatherface just run crazy through there was pretty fucking cool setting for Leatherface. And the
soundtrack is fucking great.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it a lot. Some dumb shit, especially Sally Hardesty. Amazing kills, and that's what you want in a Leatherface movie. And I thought the special effects were great.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Practical effects for sure. So yeah, I liked it, man.
Yeah.
What do you fuckers have to say about it? Courtney says, "Hey guys, it's been a few months since release. Is James Jude Courtney still the best Michael to you guys? Did we say he was the best Michael?
I think we might have. I think maybe I did.
I didn't mean it. I was high on peyote and Percocet shooters.
I think I said it because we were friends with Chris Nelson. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he's the most dynamic one. I mean, Nick Castle's the one that started it all. That's true. But Nick Castle, I mean, he was in the right movie at the right time, and he was, it was John Carpenter classic. But I mean, he's a great Michael Myers. Obviously, he set the standard for it. But I think James Jude does have something about him. Like, I feel like he's got a different type of way he does things. He mixes the Nick Castle style in with his own style, and it works in a unique way. So what
shocked me was seeing how good Aaron Armstrong was in the flashback sequence.
That guy was
like I got. It's kind of like that meme where the guy sees he's looking at the girl's ass when his girlfriend's right next to him. You know, when Aaron Armstrong walked by, I was holding James Jude Courtney's hand, and I was like, oh, because he moved like the shape did, like the original Nick Castle did. I think the best is still, it's got to be Nick Castle. Maybe we were higher on supply after 2018, but I do think James Jude did a great job. I do love him. Peter Meekin, thanks, buddy. Says, hey guys, just watched the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Was it the best one? No, but had a good time watching it. Leatherface is the hero.
That's it. Nailed it. That's it. That should be their tagline when they promote the movie.
Yeah,
it's not the best one, but it's fun, and Leatherface is the hero. That should be that should be like Rolling Stones.
How many, by the way, how many of you guys have actually watched this so far, and how many of you are spending your weekend with some special plans to watch it on the old Netflix? I'm curious about how many people have actually seen it before.
I feel like the only way you can watch this movie, you gotta have a bottle of bourbon.
Nobody answer it, by the way. I'm gonna put a poll in there. I want to see what you guys have to say about it in there. Let's see here. I'm coming up.
I'm coming up right now.
Know. Here we go.
You know what Leatherface's theme song in this movie could have been too? Is that Elton John song? I'm still standing better than I ever did. So when he comes back into the town, that's what it should have been. Like Elton John.
Okay, there we go. I got it in the poll there, so I'm just curious as to how many people's actually already seen it. But it's gonna be fun to actually be able to get deep in this mother on Monday night. And Monday is gonna be Monday. No, your birthday's Tuesday.
Yeah, my birthday's on Tuesday.
Birthday's Tuesday. We're gonna go out and have some hamburgers tonight, guys.
Yeah, we gotta go have some hamburgers. Maybe go to the Chuck E. Cheese. We don't know.
Yeah, I'll
play a little skee ball.
Well,
if them little kids get my way, I'll fucking slap them out the face. Hey, by the way, I was gonna tell you, dude, there was like this whole thing about Chuck E. Cheese. Did you ever notice? I know that Shane Dawson, I think he did it. He's a YouTuber that did some kind of investigation on him. But there's been rumors for a long time that Chuck E. Cheese, their pizza, that they just recycle them and they put them in with a fresh pizza to make it like a round.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And then the gaps they just glue together with extra cheese, because if you look at them, they're all misshapen and they're all different sizes. I think it's fucking true,
dude. I think some because they're all franchises, so some locations it is true. I watched that video. It was like a 25-minute deep dive into the shit. One guy who works at Chuck E. Cheese wore fucking wire, dude. He wore like a fucking secret camera, and when he got fired, because he was showing it on camera, the boss he was like, "Are you filming this? Oh my god!" Because he was like, "We got to do what we got to do to make our money back or whatever." So some locations were actually doing that shit, which is nasty.
There was some kind of like secret shopper I read online, and they actually went in. They said that I think one of the main things they were talking about is is Chuck E. Cheese the worst tasting pizza of all time? And they said absolutely not. It's an average tasting pizza, but they were like, "Is there any truth to the misshapen slices or that they're recycling pizza?" And they said it could be true, because they were like they got like several boxes and ordered them, and they were like each one. The girl that was doing the interview said that she had to like examine each piece because she didn't know where it came from. Like that's so goddamn nasty. I mean, of course, if you're drunk and high and you walk in Chuck E. Cheese, you won't give a shit. You're like, get that recycled shit.
Who the fuck goes in Chuck E. Cheese drunk or high?
Well, I mean, if you not like if you have kids or something, but if you get fucking like invited and you're like, oh, I was fucking drinking at home and I got to go hang out with my nephew's birthday party, you're gonna be that uncle. You'll be that drunk uncle walking there.
I swear to God, I'm going to become a billionaire because I'm just going to come up with scentless fucking weed. Because I swear to God, now that like nobody gives a shit about pot anymore, and really they should never give a shit about it anyway, because who cares? But now that nobody gives a shit and people can't get people to work, I'm not going into like a diatribe about that. I'm just saying where there's a national, like people are having a hard time hiring people. We all know that. But like where anywhere you go is having trouble, they don't really give a shit. So like if you go to any restaurant or Walmart or whatever, anywhere you go, everybody smells like fucking stank weed. Like all of like the shift workers and stuff, they're all just fucking smoking, and there's just a cloud of it. And I mean, we went out for Ellie's birthday today. We went to 3 different restaurants because they were all busy. I swear to God, dude, every single one, when I walked through the waiting room, I was like, God damn!
I can't stand that smell. Laundry. That makes me sick. Yeah, I can't stand that smell when it's on clothes. I hate that smell.
Yeah, someone's got to come up with some. All the amazing like pot scientists that are out there. We need some scentless goddamn
potologists.
Yeah, pathology.
Pathology.
Desi J, thank you so much. Says, hi, this franchise is so frustrating. The inconsistency is so hard to deal with. Part 2 sticks out like a sore thumb. Hoping to have fun with this one. The franchise is fucking
all it really is. That timeline is fuck city. But you'll have fun with this one. And I feel like they did a smart move here. If you erased everything after the 74 and you just kind of start over with this one, I feel like this is the right direction for them. I don't know what they're going to do now, because I mean, Leatherface is going to be like 100,000 years old, and he's not supernatural, but still it's a great, I feel like this is a good sequel to the 2003 remake.
Like this would be if it was
because if the 2003 remake takes place in 74, this would be a good. I mean, I feel like this is in the same kind of style that the 2003.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. You're not saying it's the same timeline, but yeah, I got you.
No, yeah. I mean, that timeline. That's a big old pile of shit.
Yeah, technically in this timeline there, if you count it this way, this timeline would be Leatherface 74 and then this one.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the timeline is like giving a kid a bunch of crayons and then they're coloring their first coloring book and it's all over the fucking place, but it's not even in the goddamn picture. You're like, shit, I don't know how you did a great job.
Yeah, it's
a good job.
People say Halloween's confusing. It's not nearly as bad as Texas Chainsaw.
No, because you can split Halloween into groups, like the timeline into groups. Like obviously 4, 5, and 6 are their own storyline. Then you've got Halloween 1 and 2, which is really Halloween 1 and 2 is really just Halloween 1. It was just split into 2 different movies, but really it just takes place on the same night.
Well, yeah.
And then Halloween 2018 so that's there.
And then the thing about the second movie is I think they fucked it up when they made TCM 2 because that was Tobe Hooper himself, and they were like, people didn't think our movie was funny enough, and I was like, are you serious? It was hot dead dog carcasses cooking in 104-degree weather. I don't know what you thought was funny about that, but they decided to make it a comedy, and then like where do you go? Where the fuck do you go with the series after that? So I think they got fucked.
They go to Matthew McConaughey's house.
And that was a good time. I got Twizzlers. Gary, thank you so much. As I like most of the movie because I liked watching the characters get what's coming to them. Yes. The only character I liked was the one that survived. I was disappointed when I thought her sister wasn't going to. I can't read that, Gary, because I don't want to give away any spoilers.
I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah, I was.
But we were very satisfied with how that ended up going.
It kind of flipped for me too, because the one that becomes the final one. I was like, at first, I was like, I don't really want you to. I just want everyone to die. And then as you get to know her story a little bit, you're like, all right.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'll give you a pass. But don't get used to it. You stay off Twitter.
Shout out to the casting director. If you want to hire that girl with the eyebrows and the little thing that she had going on with her hair.
Yeah.
Like you got the perfect face. Every time she said anything, I was like, shot.
You know what?
I don't know why.
She also looked like Jennifer Grey a little bit in the eyes.
Who's Jennifer Grey?
I think her name Jennifer, the one from Dirty Dancing.
Oh yeah. That same I could see that for sure. Latrell 316, thanks, buddy. Says the ending was great for me. Can't say no more. Yeah, you got it. The ending was great for us too. And the ending of a TCM movie is important. The opening and the ending. I don't think the opening was the greatest. I think it felt like something was missing a little bit from the open. But they at least try to do something different with it, so I'll give them credit for that.
Yeah, for sure. Especially the after credit scene, it was really good. You guys got to stick around. Make sure you stay around after the credits roll and watch that last little. I mean, it's not like anything magnificent, but it's still cool. It's like watching Like a Rock, like a commercial, like one of those. It just makes you feel good. I don't know why.
Yeah, it looks like if No Country for Old Men had a post-credit sequence.
Yeah, yeah.
If Anton Chigurh was just that would be fucking cool. But yeah, let's see what the poll says. The poll resulto catapato. Before we get the flock out of here. Oh, damn. 74% of you guys have already seen the movie. Y'all are quick as fuck, man.
I like it.
That shit came out at 3:00 this morning.
A bunch of degenerates in here. I like it.
Oh, shit. I accidentally started my Spotify. Gary, no worries. Don't worry, man. I don't even know you didn't mean to spoil anything, and it wasn't that bad. I just didn't want to read it out loud because didn't want to take.
Well, fuck it. If that many people have already seen it, then it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, just the 22% will never watch.
Yeah, that's right. We'll lose 22% of our subscribers. Which is
Haley Taylor. We don't watch it at 8 a.m. this morning. Like, imagine watching this with your fucking Cheerios. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have a weird fucking day, dude.
Hey, that just sounds like a good time in Kentucky. I'm gonna watch this goddamn thing at 8 o'clock in the morning, sir. Got Friday's some frosted mini wheats here.
Yeah. Oh shit, tits. Yeah, I think that's Red Robin has horrible pizza. Says Ernie. I've never had pizza there, only burgers.
Yeah, I've never had pizza there, and I remember Cece's pizza used to be good, and it got trash.
Yeah, the when you would walk in there, like you could tell by one look at the buffet if it was going to be good or not. But sometimes it was good.
It's the worst when you walk into the buffet, like, well, let's see what they got on the old buffet menu, and you look at it. It's like,
yeah, they had like macaroni and cheese pizza and Mexican and all sorts of shit like that.
Mama, she's like, go over here. She's like, go over there, get you a plate, get to that buffet. Get that buffet. I was like, it's buffet. She's like, I'll say it the way I want to say it.
Jared Therault says solid 6 out of 10. The ending kill was the best.
Mm-hmm.
Carry the 2.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
no doubt.
That was some good. Hey, a ranking of all the TCM endings would probably be a really fun video.
Yeah, I can only do 3 of them.
You just watch the endings and see what happens.
That's right. I can just fast forward to the end.
Dan Heron, what's up, buddy? He says, any chance we move to the movie theaters after this, or think Netflix exclusive moving forward for sequels still? Love you guys. Love you too, Dan. I think Netflix in 2022, 2023, maybe 1 year of Netflix, maybe this year. I think somebody said they have an original movie coming out every fucking week. If that tells you anything, I think a lot of shit's going to go to Netflix.
But the thing about Netflix is somebody said that they thought Netflix was going to be dying out, that they won't survive the streaming wars. I mean, you'd be like, what? That don't make no sense. But it's true. Based on the, I don't know what article I was reading, but it was something about the way that the numbers and the way that they are losing and gaining subscribers based and compared to the other streaming services that are out there. They really don't feel that Netflix is going to last for, like, I mean, maybe, not like they're going out tomorrow or anything, but they might be in a few years, like, because that's what they said. Blockbuster was too big to fail too, and we all saw what happened to Blockbuster, after the the streaming service came in. But I think they said HBO Max would be fine. They said that Disney Plus, is because they got more money than God, will be fine. Amazon Prime will be on there forever.
Yeah,
but they think that Netflix, because their movies aren't doing, and they also really go, dude. Like, first off, when Marvel acquired the whole thing with the MCU and they lost like Daredevil and Punisher and the Defenders and all that shit, that really hurt them.
Yeah, and like, I don't know who knows what the fuck's gonna happen. But
But Netflix movies are hit or miss for me, dude, because sometimes they're really good and then sometimes like, this is fucking garbage, like, really bad.
But I do think they've gotten away from the, oh my God, it's going to Netflix, it's going to be shit. Like, because now we know, I mean, from time to time, stuff that goes to Netflix could have done just as well in the theater. It just worked out that way. So I don't know. But I think I misunderstood Dan. I think he was talking about specifically for the sequels to this, if there are sequels.
I don't know. I guess it depends on how well this movie does.
Yeah, I wouldn't have mind, like, but I wonder, dude, I do wonder, as much as we enjoyed this with our low expectations, do you think if you went to the theater and saw this, you'd be a little less impressed if, like, you paid to, like, go to a theater to watch it?
Maybe, but I mean, at the same time, I would have, to me, it's just it's a popcorn horror movie. That's how I would have looked at it. So I was like, at least it got me out of reality for a little while, and I got to watch like some cool kills and a memorable Leatherface, and I probably wouldn't be that disappointed.
Yeah, I don't think I would either. And one more thing, by the way, I know that Leatherface, when you mentioned, I totally forgot that he was supposed to be old man Leatherface in this. Yeah, I feel like even before he gets his shit going, like, I never saw and noticed he was old. Like, he never seemed old to me.
He didn't
like
look
the
that
whole
old.
Fucking movie. Yeah, so maybe he's just been upstairs doing CrossFit.
Yeah, that
all this fucking time.
Yeah, eating human meat that keeps their skin fresh.
Yeah, maybe we should start that fucking diet. Sean Flex says, hey guys, did you watch the intro I made you guys? Sean, I did. I watched the first one, and it's fucking cool, man. It's awesome. I mean, we have our intro set, but I will have to share that. If you're cool with it, we'll have to share it on the Instagram, man. You did a great job with that little edit there.
I ain't seen it there, sir, because me and Mike ain't really been in the same room for a minute.
I'll forward the email to you. Sorry, I meant to respond to you, dude. My shit's been fucking crazy this week. I've not been together with my shit. Winning 81 says P90X. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whoever that, like, there's one scene though when he stands up next to Sally. He is huge looking. Jesus Christ. That dude.
Yeah.
But she's also small, but I'm just saying, like, geez, he's big as fuck.
Yeah, I did like it. I liked it a lot, and I liked the movie, and I like all of you guys. I think that's about all there is to say, motherfuckers.
That's all we got. We ain't got no more time to sit here brunching with y'all. We got to go. It's been a nice brunch, though. Thank y'all for having us.
Yeah, I wish
scrambled eggs were a little bit runny. I don't know why that was, but otherwise, the bacon was good. The coffee was good. The company was nice. Now we got to get on going.
Yeah, it was. I do wish I had me some mimosas.
Now you
can't have brunch without mimosas, you motherfucker.
You gotta be careful with that. That juice will lead you to the devil. That juice leads you right down to the devil's crack.
We should start calling these streams like lunch break with Wham or some shit, and we can just eat like a bologna sandwich.
Yeah, call it Wham brunch.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea. I kind of like that. That makes me feel saucy in my drawers.
But then we have to have mimosas. Now I kind of want one.
Yeah, now I kind of want them, but we got to drink later tonight.
Yeah,
so
that's true. You
can't start now. Yeah. Yeah, because once you start, you can't stop. It stings.
Yeah, dude, that's true. And we're not young peoples anymore. Like like it used to be. You could be like, I'll get fucking hammered at 11 in the morning, and at 1 I'll take a nap and be ready to go that night. Except for that one time we did that. I got fucking drunk as shit like years ago at Mike's house for my birthday. And then we went out going to the Mexican restaurant. I don't even remember it. I was blacked out drunk. I was fucking blacked out drunk before I walked in there.
That shit was so funny, dude. Everybody, because we filmed, I think, that day too.
Yeah, we did. We filmed.
So, and I was holding on by a thread, but you were way worse.
I was blacked out drunk.
We're sitting at the Mexican restaurant. Everybody shows up. Like we had 7 people or something show up to celebrate Jay's birthday, and they were there for 30 fucking seconds. And Jay goes, Mike, he goes, let's go home. I was like, Jay, we can't go home.
Yeah, because time wasn't relevant anymore. I felt like I'd been there for 30 fucking years, not 30 seconds. Because I was with this girl and I was like, I just want to go home. Can you take me home? And she's like, yeah. I was like, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the bathroom and then just come out there and meet me in the car. I'm really not going to go to the bathroom. I'm just going to go out to my car. I'm going to go out to your car and wait. I didn't even say goodbye to anybody. I ran away. No, I ran away.
Like, Mike, where did Jay go? I was like, I don't know.
Because, dude, my shit was starting to feel like Gumby. Like I was starting to get all loose. I thought I was gonna fall. I was like, dude, I ran to the car like I was fucking Steven Seagal with that weird way, the limp wrist when he runs. I was running. She was like, "Do you want to talk about?" I was like, "I just want to go home. I just want to go home. Can you just tell me about home?" And I just fucking, dude, it was the worst. So don't ever do that. Like if you're gonna pregame it smartly. Don't pregame it with like a bunch of beer, then go out later because it's not gonna work for you.
Yeah, it was funny because the rest of us were like, well, I guess we'll celebrate without Jay.
Yeah.
we went in karaoke and stuff, and it's like, man, this feels wrong. I was like,
I woke up and I got your text. Mike's like, are you coming back out tonight? And I was like, no. It's like I'm not going.
Yeah, dude, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, dude, because you all went up to Woody's, and then you're like, hey man, we're going to Woody's if you want to come. Are you coming back out? I'm like, yeah. I just like, no, I didn't even want to look at the fucking phone.
The best part was everybody was just sitting right there. You were so fucking obvious, dude. And you were like, Mike. You were whispering to me in front of you, Mike. And I was like, what? And you went like this, and you went. You said, let's go home.
It was the worst. You guys, if you ever been that drunk before, it's like your fucking voice is echoing like loudly, and you don't know. That's what. Yeah, it was really that was a bad time. Because I felt like it was like my head weighed like 87 pounds, and I wanted to pass out, and then. Our waiter kept bringing more beer and I would sip it just because it was in front of me. And I was like, this is probably not a good idea. But I was so far gone, I was already in the middle of the ocean. I had nowhere to go. There was no island. Because even if I'd eaten or had water, it was too far gone. Like you were just too far gone. Like it was like, if you got bit by a zombie and the infection spread too much.
Yeah. You're like, I'm done now. I mean, you did the right thing because otherwise you'd be that person that you see like pass out in a restaurant. And you're like, oh my God.
That's what I didn't want to happen. Then we would get banned from there or something, or wind up saying something stupid.
Bless his heart. Yeah. He's got a problem. It's the goddamn Eastern Kentucky drugs.
It's like some old lady be like, now honey, that is just awful. Now that is what a life of hard roads will get you. Yeah. I was like, he needs Jesus, church, and a job at a factory. That's what he needs. And he needs a family to hold it all together.
Thanks, Liam McLeod. We appreciate you, buddy. Lee Evans fan 28 loves Lee Evans, says, hey guys, long time viewer, first time commenter, do you think they've taken the franchise as far as they can go? Absolutely not.
I don't know. At this point. This sequel, because he's old as fuck, maybe I feel like they need to just reboot the whole goddamn thing again, start fresh, and then start putting out quality sequels to it.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. I wouldn't mind that at all. And I say don't do a remake. Like
just do its own thing. But
yeah, just take Leatherface and put him in a different situation. Yeah. Probably what they should do with Michael Myers after this trilogy as well. But I wouldn't mind. I think they could squeeze. I do think that they could squeeze because like again, I didn't think about his age once when I watched this. They could probably squeeze 2 sequels out of this. I think. Like I would like to see it though with that.
I can see a trilogy where the very end they'd have all the cops showing up and then him. That'd be badass, like taking on the cops or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
like a big final stand.
He finally gave in. He was just too old. You know what I mean?
His head fell off. Yeah, he was pretty old.
All right, guys. Hey, like Stacey James says, don't forget to spank that like button. If you hit it 3 times, you're playing with yourself. And we're gonna play with ourselves. Your palms are gonna get hairy, Dad.
Oh God, Chewbacca.
But yeah, hey, we love your whole fucking faces. Thanks for spending your lunch break or whatever you're doing, sitting around in your underwear eating fucking Pop-Tarts, listening to Captain Kangaroo.
That's it.
You know, we love you, always have, and we'll see you guys Monday night with a spoiler stream for this said movie.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye, Dan.
Well, bye.